Welcome, race fans, to MaxspeedTV as we get ready to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage of tonight's Sim-Ability Racing Series, Jack of All Series. Tonight, they're at Oxford Plains in the SK Modifieds. All right. Let's go over their points for you here. This is round number 10. And we'll take a look at the point standings after last week's race. Now, if you guys remember, if you've been watching these races, Eddie Hawks is your winner the previous two races. He won at Talladega, and he won last week at Eldora. So that's bumped him up a little bit here in points. So looking at the points here, Tom Johnson moved into the first place in points after Stephen Kiefer. Stephen was first going into last week's race, but they are now both tied, 359 points. So those two tonight are going to have a fantastic battle against each other to try to secure that top spot. Stephen is going to try his best to secure that top spot back tonight and take that back away from Tom Johnson. We've got Rob Slider in third. He's 14 points away from this battle, so if he can have a good run tonight, then he's got a possibility to possibly get back into this. Billy Wise is currently fourth. He's 19 points out of the top spot. Andrew Smith in fifth with 330 points. He is 29 points out of the top spot. Travis Zudema is sixth. He's only 10 points back from Andrew Smith, so if Travis can have a good run tonight, he can possibly get that berth back into the top five. Eddie Hawks, your previous two race winners back-to-back, moved up 2 positions since last week. Last week he came into points in 9th position. Those two back-to-back wins have helped him secure a 2-place bump in points. So he's now up to 7th with 270 points, but he's 89 points back from the leader. But Brian Lougheed at 8th is only 1 point back from Eddie. So if Brian can have a good race tonight, he can possibly get back up into 7th place. Johnny Berardi is 265 points back, so he's only 4 points back from Eddie. So if these two here can have a good, clean race tonight, they might be able to gain some ground back on Eddie. And then we got Don Coleman rounding out your top 10. He is 101 points back from the leader, 258 points. Then looking at 11th place, we've got Cody McGorrick. Him and Jason Lance swap positions coming into last week's race, because if you remember, Jason Lance was 11th and Cody was 12th. But they've swapped positions, and there is an 8-point difference between them now. So depending on what happens with them two tonight, Jason can, if he can have a good run, he can try to get back up to 11th possibly. And then Tim Obert, Thomas Wise, and Chris Roberge, they stayed where they were. So that's your top 15 in points here for the Sim-Ability guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks, here for the Sim-Ability Jack of All Series. This is, I believe, round number 10. Could be 11. I need to look that up here real quick and see. But should be fun racing tonight. Now, if you guys tuned in last week for that dirt track race, that was some fantastic racing from these guys, and that was just outstanding. Hopefully they can put the same show back on the asphalt here tonight in the Modifieds. This is Oxford Plains, a very, very tight, tricky quarter-of-a-mile racetrack. It's just treacherous. There's no walls to stop you from going off the track. You've got the little dirt mounds around the poles where the lights are in the infield, and I've seen cars ramp off them. So, and if there's some wrecks here tonight, we might see some stunt show type stuff here. So we'll see how this plays out. But real quick, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We will be right back and get you underway for some qualification rounds.
and the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner gave way for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner gave way for the land under the free, and the
All right, welcome back, folks. Qualifying is underway here for the Simability guys here tonight for their round in the modifieds here at Oxford Plains. Pull up the qualifying times here, and we'll take a look and see who's where right now currently. All right, so far right now, it looks like the 97 car of Don Kohnman is your pole sitter with a 14.035.
Attention spectators, will the driver of the silver Aston Martin license plate BMT 216A please move your car? You are illegally parked. Once again, silver Aston license BMT 216A, you are illegally parked and you will be towed in the next 10 minutes.
All right, sitting in second place, we've got the 98 car That is Chris Roberge. He's got a 14.082, so he's not too far off of Don. In 13th, we've got Rob Slider with a 14.084. Fourth place is the 32 car of Billy Wise. That's a 14.105. And then fifth is the 45 car of Eddie Hawks. Your guy coming into this race as the back-to-back winner. He's got a 14.106. So everybody's times here are very relatively close, all the way down to the final qualifier here, the 99 car of Johnny Berardi. He has a 14.817. There are 3 cars who have not took a qualifying time, as we have a minute and a half left here in qualifying. So we're going to wait to see if those 3 do opt to take a time. And those 3 drivers are Brian Lougheed in the 24 car, the 87 car of Andrew Smith, and the 28 car of Cody McGorrick. So those 3 cars have not opted to take a qualifying. Oh, well, never mind. Take that back. Somebody just posted one. Who was that? The 24 did not, and the 87. So the 9. So it was 28 of Cody McGorrick. He did post a time, but he is currently only 11th quickest. So at the moment, with a minute to go, it does look like the 97 car of Don Coman will be your pole sitter, because I do believe the other cars have all completed their laps. All right, qualifying is over, so 2 cars opted to not take a qualifying time. So let's get you down to the grid here. All right, so taking the pole time here with a... Well, I lost his lap time. Anyway, starting the pole position is Don Coman in the 97 car. Second is Chris Roberge in the 98. In row 2, we've got Rob Slider in the 13 car rolling off third, and Billy Wise in the 32 car rolling off fourth. Row 3 holds last week's winner Eddie Hawks and Jason Lance in sixth. Row 4 has Stephen Kiefer in 7th and Daniel Cook in 8th. Row 5 has Tim Obert in 9th and Tom Johnson, the current point leader, tied with Stephen Kiefer. He's starting 10th. In row 6, we've got Cody McGorrick in 11th and Travis Zudema in 12th. Back in row 7, we've got Johnny Berardi in 13th and Andrew Smith 14th. And then in row 8, rounding out your field of 15 cars here tonight, is Brian Lougheed in 15th. Alrighty. Analytics here real quick before we get going. Tonight's air temp is 67 degrees with 0 degrees humidity. Track temp is 68. It's a 125 lap race. The tire window should be anywhere from 25 to 40 with a fuel window of 50 to 60 probably. These cars here usually have full tanks of fuel, so they might be able to run all the way on fuel. Pit road speed limit is 30 miles an hour. All right, green flag is out. We are underway. Jack of all series tonight here at Oxford Plains in the SK Modifieds. Chris Roberge battling with Rob Slider. Oh, they get contact. Rob Slider will kind of push Roberge off the track a little bit. And Roberge will recollect it, but he will lose a ton of ground in these positions. Back up front, that's allowed Don Coven to pull away a little bit. Chris Roberge, they put it all the way back in 13th position, over in 12th in this battle here. Brian Lougheed back in 14th. I don't know what happened to Bill. Glory. There he is. Alright, back up front. Don Coven is still your race leader. And he has a commanding lead. 1 second. 45 points. And Hawks. So Eddie's back in the picture here now. He got around Rob Slider, so Rob is back in third. Place we got Stephen Kiefer, who is Johnson. Right now, Stephen Kiefer is getting his top spot back in the run. Tom Johnson, he is at 7th, so look at the cars 2019. Laps, 125 on complete for High Auction points. Green. Rob Slider's putting the challenge back on to Eddie Hawks. These guys racing that just allowed Don Coleman to pull away. He now has a 2-second lead over Eddie. Nobody else tested that. We are down here at 12 laps. It's 2 laps to this time. Back in the field one more time here. Kind of looking to see whether there's any racing action going on here. Looks like Rob Slider's got back in the second. Third. A little bit of distance between those two. Not much. Then back in fourth place, we still got Stephen Kiefer. He lies in the top 5. And in 6th, looks like that Johnson and Jensen. It's the 1 car. Gotta watch this battle. It's also Travis Zuma. Travis is a good spin, so this is a really good right here. back and take a look at this and see what happened. I think it started with possibly one car there, maybe. Jason Lance. Oh, yeah, Jason just kind of got into the back of the 23 car. That's not taking me to him for some reason, but the 23 car is Tom Johnson, so it looks like Jason got in the back of him a little bit. That just upset the car. And then there's Travis Zudema, and I believe the 87 of Andrew Smith. Yeah, so thanks you all got involved there. Man, here comes traffic as these two are trying to get their cars turned back around, but the traffic missed it. Andrew's going to have to go through the infield here. Oh, he's going to get up on the dirt mounds there. And it looks like these guys are going to get back going, so we're back live here now. Looks like Andrew did get trapped behind the pace car. That is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Cautions come out. Cars and accidents getting trapped a lap down behind the pace car when the pace car comes off pit road. I'm pretty sure if they stay out here, we'll wave him back around. That's your race leader. Don Coleman is now showing that he's in 15th. I'm not sure what happened to him. Let's run back and take a look here. Okay, so it looks like the pace car picked him up. And he blinked out. Oh, no. That wasn't good. So it looks like Don Coleman lost connection. So the race leader and pole sitter, tough break. Looks like that puts Rob Slider in the lead now. Tough break for Don Coleman. Had a very strong race car out there tonight. Well, there's the pace car heading back in. I'm not sure what's going on here with this one car. They should get the green flag here, and they do. We're back racing here at Oxford Plains after caution number 1. 30 laps down of 125. They're just prowling on him here. Can Eddie make it 3 for 3? Can Eddie go back to back to back? That's something we're going to see here tonight. He can make that happen and win 3 races in a row. Looks like Don Coleman has made it back, so I don't know what happened to him. He is coming back on the racetrack, but he will be 10 laps down, sadly. So after starting on the pole, and he gets turned around there. But after starting on the pole position and leading the first 24 laps, poor Don lost his connection or something, and now he's 10 laps down. So he's definitely out of contention in this thing now. Hopefully he can pick up some positions and just get a reprieve here from tonight and just try to salvage what he can. Back up front, your race leader, Rob Slider, is still getting challenged. Stephen Kiefer, who's in the point battle with Tom Johnson, made it up to 4th position here. Jason's currently running in 12th position. Tom Johnson, the guy who's back in the top spot in points, he's doing up time in the lights race. He's running at 8th, so he's got a little bit of work to do to try to catch up to. Cook, driver who runs on a part-time basis, is currently running in the 5th position. Oh, we got a spin behind him. Tire wheel. What happened there? Let's run back and take a look at this. That was Travis Zudema, I believe. Yes, it was. Travis Zudema just got loose on the bottom, and it looks like Tom Johnson. Is that correct? I think that's Tom. Yeah, Tom Johnson just had nowhere to go, and man, poor Travis will just take him for a ride. As I said, that's going to be some stunt show stuff here when you watch this. Let's go back and take a look at this here. Just watch Tom Johnson take a little bit of a ride over that little anthill there they got around the light pole. Man, what a bummer for them two. But the racetrack will stay green. There's no caution for that. Them two going to lose a lot of ground here. All right, back up front, your race leader is still Rob Slider. He's been out front now for 25 laps. He's still got Mr. Eddie Hawks breathing down his back bumper. Eddie has not given up. He is still pressuring Rob, but Rob is cool right now under that pressure. He is not letting it bother him one bit. Eddie lost a little bit of ground through 1 and 2. Back in 3 and 4. He's going to stay about where he was there. Let's see what happened after 54 laps are complete. I'm going to have to go through the field here until I can. Oh, I found it right here. Looks like Cody McGorrick. Let's see what happened here. He's coming through 3 and 4 here. Behind Billy Wise. Oh, and he kind of hit that little turtle inside the car and sung it into the wall. And that's going to bring out our second caution of the night here. 2 cautions after 55 laps of competition here at Oxford Plains for the Civility guys here tonight in the SK Modifieds. Lights are on the pace car. We're getting ready to get the green flag this time by. All right, pace car is back in. There's the green flag. We're back underway after caution number 2 here tonight at Oxford Plains. 60 laps down. 125. Right there it was in front of Travis Zudema. I think that was the 87 car of Andrew Smith. Yeah, it looks like him and the 99 car there of... Why is the 99 not popping up on my screen? That's Johnny Berardi anyway. So it looks like the 87 of Andrew Smith and then Johnny Berardi in the 99 car made contact here. And put Andrew in the wall. And that's what brings out our third caution. Looks like the lights are on the pace car there, double file them back up here. Looks like we're going to get the restart here on lap 67. This was caution number 3 for 17 laps with 60 laps to go. There's been one lead change. All right, green flag's back out. We're back underway here for the Single Jack of All Series tonight. Oxford Plains in the SK Modifieds. Rob Slider with another good restart, but we've got Eddie Hawks here not wanting to give up any ground here. Eddie's wanting to get that 3 for 3 here. He's got some good racing behind him here. Take a look here. 23 car of Tom Johnson racing pretty hard there. I'm sorry, that was Billy Wise. But Tom Johnson and Kiefer are right beside one another here. Well, Steven just lost a position and he's about to lose another here. So now Tom Johnson in front. So if Tom can stay here, this will be a good point. Tom will stay in the lead. Take it back. But if Steven can get back around Tom before this finishes, then good lead right now coming into tonight's race here at Oxford Plains. Up front. Race leader still Rob Slider, as you can see there on the driver. Ticker at the bottom. He's been out front for 48 laps. Coming to the line here, it'll be 49. Let's take a look on our pole sitter, Don Coney. Don has gained some laps back. He was 10 laps down. He's back to being only 7 laps down. He led the first 24 laps and starting on pole position, but he apparently had a computer internet pick up there and he lost connection to the room. But he's trying his best to work his way back to being into contention here. Sadly, he ain't going to be in contention for the win tonight, but he can grab some positions and get some valuable points out of this. So, hope the best for him here to finish well tonight after that mishap. Looks like Brian Lougheed is out of the race. He has been off the racetrack for the past, I think, 20 laps. So, because he is 27 laps down. I know he was already a few laps down before that. So, I know he's been off the track for at least the past 20 laps. So, Brian Lougheed out of this race. So, there are currently only 14 cars on the racetrack. And I believe that, I think 13th place is, no, he's not on the lead lap. He's 4 laps down. So, I'm trying to figure out how many cars are on the lead lap. Tim Obert in 12th is 1 lap down. So I'm thinking 11th place is so we got 11 cars out of 15 on the lead lap. Tom Johnson. But anyway, back up front here with your race leader, Rob Slider, who's been out front now for 55 laps, has still got that heat coming down on him from Eddie Hawks. As I said, right now, Rob is so cool under pressure right now because Eddie definitely is putting the pressure on him. New contender putting pressure on Eddie Hawks. It's Cody McGory in the 28 car. Cody's found his way up to 3rd place, and he's trying to put pressure on these top 2 guys. It looks like Daniel Cook in the 11 car has found his way up to the 4th position. He's trying to get up there and put some pressure on these guys, but having a little bit of trouble doing that right now. 83 laps are down of 125. Oh, we've got a spinner. It's the leader, Rob Slider. So we'll have to take a look and see what happened here. This will bring out caution number 4. Was there contact made between him? Oh, no, Rob just got up on that turtle curb there in turn 2, and that upset the car, and that got him loose. So that's going to make Eddie Hawks your new race leader. Can Rob Slider get back up front after this? That's going to buy Rob Slider back to 10th position. He's going to have a lot of work to do to try to get back up to the front, but he's going to have a little bit of time to do it because we're winding this race down. 84 laps are complete of 125. Let's see what he can do here on this restart. As I said, that is going to put Eddie Hawks in the race lead. I think Eddie's loving this right now. As you guys know, he was our winner the past 2 races. He's back-to-back wins coming into tonight's race. Can he make it 3 for 3? About to find out if he can do so. He's going to have some tough competition here from Cody McGory in the 28 car. And the 11 car, even the Daniel Cook, I'm not going to leave him out. He looks like he's got a strong race car here tonight. We'll see what he can do too. Maybe what he's got up the hill. Or maybe what he's got up his sleeve, possibly. So while we're under caution here tonight, I'm just going to put the points back up really quick here. So you guys can see that real quick. Just kind of glance over it real quick. If you want to pause the video and take a look at it, you can. Just real quick before we get back under green. If you're just now tuning in, this will give you kind of a good idea of where the guys are in points right now. And if you've heard me talking about it, you can see Tom Johnson and Stephen Kiefer are tied for that point lead tonight. And them two have been battling so far. So we're going to see who comes out on top tonight and takes that point lead after tonight's race. Here's a look at your top 5 after 86 laps. Eddie Hawks, Cody McGory, Daniel Cook, Tom Johnson, and Andrew Smith are your current top 5 cars. Looks like the lights are out on these cars. Double file them back up here and get back to action-packed racing here from Oxford Plains. This was caution number 4. Caution laps are 20, 38 laps left in this race. There have been 2 lead changes. Car is back in, and there's the green flag. We're back underway. Eddie Hawks commanding the start there. That's some good pull away from these guys. And it looks like Daniel Cook is going to try to get into the inside of Cody Rourke here, but it ain't going to work out. Cody will keep it in second place. Well, we know Eddie Hawks is quite the wheelman, winning back-to-back races here these previous 2 weeks. Let's go on board with him here and take a look at how he drives this race car. Kind of hear him letting off the throttle there a little bit there, coming into the corners and getting back on it there. Just take a look back through the field here. Let's ride along with Cody McGorry too. Just watch how he tries to get up to Eddie here. Back to Andrew Smith here too, and kind of get his little view of how things look in front of him. I'll do the top 5 for you this way. Daniel Cook's on board. And look at Billy Wise is on board. Billy is currently running 5th. Folks, lap 100 of 125, 25 laps. Bring it in. Hawks with a 0.2 second lead over Cody Gorick. Andrew Smith has found his advantage there after that happened. Let's go back here and take a look and see what happened to Cody. Kind of come down the racetrack a little bit. Got into Andrew Smith. They made contact, and that turned Cody around. And Andrew got up on that turtle curve a little bit. Got the car upset and got back into him and just rammed the race car. And we can see him fly over him here. I told you this track was going to show some stunt show type stuff here tonight. And then it looks like poor Andrew just lost control of the car again and comes right over into Tom Johnson. And they've got cars trying to miss them. And it looks like trying to see who that was. That wasn't Eddie. I'm not sure what car that was, but anywho, there was another car back there that got turned around with him. I think it was the 98 of Chris Roberge. Yeah, it was. So, man, tough break for those guys there. But Eddie Hawks will stay your race leader here. Well, this wreck here puts Daniel Cook up to second position in the 11 car. And puts Billy Wise up to third. And that looks like that also Rob Slider back into fourth. He was talking about this. Rob spun out from the lead there earlier. Can he make his way back up to the front? He's found his way back up to fourth. The question is here, with the restart, probably 10 laps to go, does he have enough time to get back to the lead in fourth position? Rob Slider. So we're going to get the restart here with 11 to go. When they get the line, it'll be 10 to go. More time here at the cautions. This was caution number 5. Caution laps are 25 with 11 laps to go. 2 changes so far in tonight's race. All right, pace car. And there's the green flag. We're underway here at Oxford Plains with the Ability Jack of All Series SK Modified round here at Oxford Plains. Looks like these guys are going to start tightened up a lot more now and racing a lot harder as we're coming into the closing laps of this race. Billy Wise will get around Daniel Cook to take second place. Billy Wise now challenging race leader Eddie Hawks. Oh, we've got some trouble back here. It looks like we've got a car going around. That was Daniel Cook in the 11 car. Some tough, hard racing right there between them two. That was Daniel Cook in the 11 car that got turned around, and it looks like he got turned around by the 1 car, and that is Jason Lance. Rob Slider was able to miss that. Man, tough break for Daniel Cook after getting all the way up to second position. That's going to mire him back in traffic, and it looks like he's going to be out of contention tonight, sadly, after having such a strong run. Back up front, race leader Eddie Hawks has a new challenger in his rearview mirror now of Billy Wise in the 32 car. Billy Wise has the challenger of Rob Slider making his way back up to the third position here. Rob is definitely going to try his best to get back to the lead after spinning out of the lead earlier on in the race. Goes Don Coleman getting a free pass. Let's see how many laps back he's got. Wow, would you look at that? He has gained back in this race from all these cautions. He was 10 laps down after he got disconnected. He has come back to being only 2 laps down now, and he's running in 11th position. That is amazing for Don Coleman there after having that problem. All right, it looks like the lights are still on the pace car. Billy was kind of early double filing there. I thought they were going to go back green flag racing. The lights are still on, but I think we're probably going to start double filing this time by. It looks like we'll have a 3-lap dash to the finish. Now, I'm not sure how many green-white checker attempts they're going to have here tonight. Back at Eldora last week, they only had 1. That was for dirt, though, they said, so I'm not sure how their asphalt program will work here when they run asphalt races, but we want to find out. But do know that there probably is at least one green-white checker attempt, with the possibility of more since it is a different race from last week. So we may see possibility of more attempts at a green-white checker than one. We'll see here in a minute. All right, so we're going to get a 3-lap dash. The first one to make it back to the white flag will suit the race, but if they don't make it back to the white flag, we'll re-rack them and try it once again. Pace car is back in pit road, and there's the green flag. Eddie Hawks commanding restart here. 3 laps to go here for these guys tonight at Oxford Plains. Oh, we've got another wreck. It's Billy Wise. Caution, come back out. These guys are really going to ramp it up now. Let's go back here and take a look and see what happened to Billy. All right, looks like, is that Rob Slider? I do believe that was Rob Slider. Now, why did it do that? That was Rob Slider. Yeah, let's ride on board here with Rob and kind of get a angle and a bird's eye view here of what happened. It looks like Billy and Rob were just there. I think Rob was trying to get in there. The door started to close a little bit. Billy come down the racetrack a little bit. It looks like they just made contact, and, man, tough break for these guys. Man, that caused a big pile up there. It looks like the 2-point leaders. Oh, my. Tom Johnson and Stephen Kiefer got into it as well. Them two right there. Oh, they got some damage on this as well. Man, tough break. Where did we end up putting? Okay, so they're still 4th and 5th respectively. So Eddie Hawks is still your race leader. But we've got new competition behind him once again here. Rob Slider back up 3rd after that mishap, but the 1 car of Jason Lance is now in 2nd place. Let's see what Jason has for these guys potentially here. And we see Eddie Hawks come in with a 3-for-3. And we see him go back to back to back 3 weeks. About to find out here. We'll re-rack them here. Top pace car is back in, and there's a green flag. Man, Eddie Hawks wasted no time on this restart. Back in good conditions here at Oxford Plains. 2 to go at the line. Man, they're wheeling it back here. Rob Slider trying to get around Jason Ramsey. Back do so. White flag is out. The next flag will time race. There will be no restarts here now after taking the white flag. Can Rob Slider get back to Eddie Hawks? I don't think it's possible. Eddie's got too much of a commanding lead here to come off turn 4, and the checker flag is out. Eddie Hawks will do it. He'll make it 3 back-to-back wins for Eddie Hawks. Rob Slider will finish 2nd, and Jason Lance will finish 3rd. We're going to step away and play a commercial here real quick while I get these guys in the booth, and we'll talk to them after the commercial break. All right, folks, we are back and we've caught up with our third place finisher tonight, Jason Lance. Jason Lance, you got a copy? Jason?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. Well, tell us about your run out there tonight, man. That was some fantastic racing out there from you guys tonight. Tell us how you feel finishing third.
I feel really fortunate about that because I felt like I felt like a yo-yo that race going up and down in so many positions. I think I was I know I was wrecked once and then maybe twice, but it was really tough to pass there, especially on that inside of that curve there. If you got on that curve, you're just pretty much going around because it's very hard to get out there. It's like putting your tire on a rope.
Yeah, we
But
saw a couple of guys get on that. I was calling it the turtle curb. We saw a couple of guys get on that curb there tonight, and Rob Slider was one of them, and he lost the lead because of that, but he managed to get his way back up to second. But man, that was a tough race out there for you guys. It looked like tonight there was a lot of jockeying for position out there.
yeah, we had a good long run going for that first caution, but yeah, still some good racing. But I wish we wouldn't have chosen this place for the modifieds because it's really tough here. But I had a good race.
Awesome. Well, do you have anybody to give thanks or a shout out to before you go celebrate your top three finish here tonight?
Just these guys here and Christian racing guys, the guys I raced with for over 10 years or so. I don't know, my dad's watching her or not. But yeah, so thanks for broadcasting.
Yep, no problem. All right, Jason. Well, congratulations on your third place finish. Good luck. I got tongue tied again. Congratulations on your third place finish. Go celebrate and good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Now we've caught up with our second place finisher here, Mr. Rob. Rob, you got a copy?
I do.
Hey, man. Well, tell us about your racing out there tonight. That looked pretty eventful from my view. You got up there after it looked like Don, sadly, there had a disconnect or something after leading the first 24 laps, and then you got out and had a commanding lead and led 58 laps, and you kind of hit that turtle curb there on the inside and kind of lost it and got back up to second. So tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a big shame that Don had that happen to him. He's been struggling with computer issues the whole season, and he hasn't had a win all season, and he wouldn't even help with setups this week because he really wanted to win one, and he knew the SKs were his thing. So it's a shame he didn't make it. He was trying to get back, but we didn't have enough cautions in the laps that he went down here at this short little track. So that's a bummer. But yeah, once we got in the lead there, it was pretty smooth sailing. It's a long race, short track but long race. So we were trying to just kind of bide our time, keep it down on the curb there, so that way nobody could get around. They have pretty decent aerodynamic and draft with these cars, even at a short track. So the 45, I wanted to keep him back there, and I just got out of the gas a little too much in a turn and over rotated and got into that curb, and it was difficult working back up to the field. Apologize to Billy. We were really racing for that third place, and he kind of came down a little bit when I was diving into the corner, and we got together. So that's a shame for him, but I've been working really hard at trying to get up front here for points. So hopefully this does a little bit for me in the point standings. I think we're about third right now in points. So
yeah, you're third. You're third in points, and you were 14 points behind the tie there of Tom and Steven. So, and them two were battling out all night too. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that plays out too. But yeah, you were 14 back. So yeah, this should be a good point night for you.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the race was pretty darn clean. I'm so glad I missed that wreck that was in front of me. I don't know if you ended up seeing that, but I did some crazy avoidance there just before the end of the race and almost got taken out by a big one. So got pretty lucky there. And then I also got pretty lucky when the two guys got together in front of me, and I just kept her pegged on the outside to get up to third and have that inside line for the final laps of the race, which definitely came into a factor here tonight. So a lot of luck came into the the finish and the result tonight.
Yeah. Well, before I ask the next question, while this is on my mind, I was just going to tell you about Don. Actually, when we was talking about him, I did go back and look, and when he came back after his disconnect, he was 10 laps down, and at the finish, he was only 2 laps down. So them cautions did help him gain a lot of laps back, and he did gain a few positions. So hopefully that'll help him out a little bit with that issue too. But after all of your thoughts on what you've said so far tonight, what was your initial thoughts coming into tonight's race, and what was your thoughts on running the modifieds at this track?
Well, I love this track. It's one of my favorite short tracks, and the SK modifieds are really fun car to drive. So I was optimistic. I tried to build a setup, and I'm horrible at building setups. So just before the race, Eddie Hawks, there, our winner, shared his setup with me, and that was the setup we took on board tonight. And I just really wanted to kind of keep it clean and keep it together for the 120 laps, and then really try to put myself in a good position in those last 5. But once Don disappeared and I resumed the lead, it was more just trying to keep the nose clean and keep it on the bottom. And unfortunately, we made a mistake, but we were able to climb back up and get a P2, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and one other note, you did lead the most laps tonight, so you did take that crown. So
sweet. I don't know if we got bonus points for that stuff anymore. I don't know if we're doing bonus points. I don't think so, but too bad.
Yeah, I haven't checked. I just typed the points in on my overlay, and it just tells you how much you're behind. And I never did think to check to see about bonus points or anything. But yeah, but if you do get bonus points, you did lead the most laps, so you will get that if they are doing that. So yeah, but hey, man, awesome run back to the front. You got second. Anybody you want to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate your top 3 finish tonight?
Eddie Hawks, obviously, for hooking me up with a hot rod setup for this car. Don Koneman for disappearing on us again. I love the dude to death. He's like my best friend, and I hate to see him go, but it's nice to be out front a little bit sometimes. So, and Billy Wise, and for putting on a league. It's pretty awesome what he does here, and he works pretty closely with Andrew with this league to get it set up. So it's a kind of a family thing. So I'm really glad to be racing here with Sim Ability.
Awesome. All right, Rob. Well, once again, congratulations on your finish tonight here, and good luck next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Oh, it's the moment everybody's been waiting for. We have caught up with our race winner. Mr. Hawks, you got a copy?
I've got a copy.
I want to say one thing. I must be your good luck charm or something,
Yeah,
because you have won all 3 races that I've been back to cover so far. You're 3 for 3. You're back to back to back. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, tonight was a lot of fun. Excuse me. Yeah, I ran my fastest lap on the very last lap. Believe it or not.
That's good.
Yeah. No, I played with the setup this week. I think Rob was running mine too.
Yeah, that's
Don
what he
was super
said.
fast. Yeah. If his internet didn't fail him, I'd have been running second. But I had a good long run car. Tires lasted the whole 130 laps. So, no, I was thrilled. I had some speed.
Yeah, man, that's a tough break for Don. He looked like he really had a strong car out there, but man, once he had that mishap happen there and it just put him back, it looks like your car become the strong car, and man, you just stayed out front. I mean, sadly though, you didn't get the most laps led. Rob did do that, but you did lead a good 48. So I mean, all 3 of you, I think, were the only ones that led laps tonight. So between you and Rob and Don. But man, just fast car again.
Yeah, I was just following Rob, just really saving tires, as long as nobody got way ahead of me. And I'd catch him and I'd let him go out a little bit, and I'd catch him, and and I think, I don't know if put too much pressure on him, but he finally caught the curb, went around. The fastest way around is on, up next to the curb, not on it. So
yeah, well, man, that was a tough break for him too. But man, he battled adversity, and he came back and got second, but just didn't have enough to catch back up to you. I think maybe if that would have been a 130 lap race, he might have put some pressure on you there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was just trying to maintain the very end, save something if I had to. Yeah, Cody caught me a little bit. And yeah, I think he was going to get me at one time. He got underneath me, but yeah, I don't know what happened there. But
Yeah, it
all in
looked
all,
close.
you know, it was a good. Yeah, all in all, it was a great race for us.
Oh, it
I mean,
was. I mean, you guys have put on great race in the past 3 weeks here, man. This has been fantastic, especially last week. That was probably some of the best racing I've seen in a while from just anybody. That was fun, and tonight was fun, too. I mean, you guys were just wheeling those cars around here.
Yeah, and they're a handful actually. They're not that easy to drive, and this little track is a tough little track.
That it is. Well, Eddie, you've done it again. You are 3 for 3 with these guys over here now, and you've done it 3 times back to back. So, what's on the agenda next week? You going to try to make it 4 for 4?
Well, make it a shot. I don't think I've tried them trucks one time, so it's going to be a little practice week this week. I think we're at Wild Horse or something like that in the rally truck.
Yeah, it seems like that's what it is. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting race for you guys.
It'll be interesting for sure. I think we're on the same boat there. I don't think many of us has ran that truck. So
I mean,
that's what makes this series fun. Different track, different car.
Yep. Exactly. I love stuff like that. That is just amazing that, and that also shows talent too, to, go from a different car each week and then just showing the pure raw talent that everybody has driving different race cars. And that's just something that you don't get to see a lot of, and this here is a good showing of that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I missed the road course, and I love road course too. We had a good little practice. I think it was in the Miata, that Mazda, I think it was. And
I can't remember if I covered that one or not.
No, that was right before I think you come on.
Yeah.
I had a bass tournament. But anyway, yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. All right, Eddie. Well, you got 3 back-to-back wins, so anybody you want to give thanks or a shout to before you go celebrate your 3rd win here?
Yeah. I want to first put out hopefully send some prayers. My PVA, Paralyzed Veteran America Central Florida Chapter President, was in an accident Friday, and he's in really bad shape.
Oh no!
So if everybody can say a prayer for him, he's in the hospital.
Yeah,
so
most
we're
definitely.
thinking of you, Steve, and hope you recover, buddy. And Andrew, thank you for doing this, and just all the people I race with. They're all great friends, and we have a great time.
Awesome. All right, Eddie. Well, once again, congratulations on your victory here tonight at Oxford Plains. You got 3 for 3, back to back to back. So that's awesome. Hopefully you can maybe make it 4 next week. We'll see. But
we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah. All right, Eddie. Well, once again, congratulations and good luck next week.
All right. Thank you, bud.
All right, folks, let's get down to your finishing results here, and we'll close this one out for tonight here for the Cinebility guys. All right, so coming home with the win tonight, once again, 3 in a row for Eddie so far here tonight is Eddie Hawks. He is your race winner. Rob Slider will finish 2nd. Jason Lance will finish 3rd. Tom Johnson will finish 4th. So that right there kind of declares that battle between the top 2. Tom Johnson will take the point lead away from Stephen Kiefer. That is confirmed now. That tie probably is broken. Travis Zunema will finish 5th, and Stephen Kiefer will finish 6th. So there was 1 car between them, so I'm pretty sure that gives Tom Johnson the point lead going into next week's race at Wild Horse, I believe they said it was, in the off-road trucks. Row 4, I don't know why I said row 4. I just have to use this to do the results because my results thing don't work for some reason. But anyway, Chris Roberge will finish 7th. Billy Wise will finish 8th. Tim Obert will finish 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Don Coman. And we was talking about Don there. He had a strong race car. He started on the pole position. He led the first 24, 25 laps, and then he had a disconnect, but he made his way back up to 10th place out of 15 cars, so that was a pretty good night for him to be able to accomplish that after that happened. Finishing in 11th place is the 99 of Johnny Berardi, and Daniel Cook, who was up front there toward the end and had a little bit of an issue, he will find himself back in the 12th finishing position. Cody McGorrick also, too, was up front running tonight and had some trouble, so he will sadly find himself finishing 13th. And the same for Andrew Smith, was up front, too. He'll finish 14th. And rounding out the field in 15th is Brian Lougheed. Thank Thank you, folks, for joining us tonight here on Max Speed TV. As again, I'm Jeff Dotson. Thanks for watching tonight, and have a good night. Until next time. Thank you.